No, I don't want you. But you can bring me who I want.
Who do you want?
You took him away the first time. Bring me him, I'll give you anything.
Nope. These negotiations are at an end. That is a non-starter.
Boy, chummers, before we get started, if you enjoy our content, do us a favor, give it a like if you're on YouTube, or rate the episode if you're listening on your favorite audio podcast platform. Those interactions do go a long way in helping us get this out to other like-minded Shadowrun individuals. We did hit our goal of 500 subscribers on YouTube, and that is all thanks to you. We really appreciate that, you guys. Now let's shoot for another 500. Only you can help us achieve this goal. Last time on SINless, we had Bear and Spider and Amaging trying to stifle the power of the insane asylum individual. And then, unfortunately, some people came poking around at old Jotunheim and they had to run away. And in that run, they decided to go to a bar located, or was it in
it was
Torresville? It's definitely Torresville.
It was between downtown and began with an R.
Redmond?
No, not Redmond.
Renton?
That's it.
Okay. Between downtown and Renton. That makes sense because it's like right there. And that is where we left them on their way to that lovely bar. If you remember the name of it, props to you. I have it written down right here, and of course, we'll be mentioning it when we get started. But before that, a quick word from the sponsor. Drive-Thru RPG. Whatever game you play around your table, Drive-Thru RPG has you covered. Core books for every tabletop role-playing game system you've heard of, and a bunch you probably haven't, can be found, as well as modules, supplements, and other items you might need to spice up your adventures. Just use our affiliate code that's found in the episode description by dropping it into your browser before you check out, and not only can you spice up your adventures, but you'll also be helping us out in the process. And as always, guys, we greatly appreciate that. So all of that is out of the way. We're ready to rock and or roll.
Not the words I would use for this adventure at all.
It is at least it's an adventure
to dodge out of the way of this entire situation.
Sorry, you're not in combat, can't dodge a situation that you set up yourself.
You'd have to be so mean about it. Jeez.
Hey, I'm just delivering the facts. That's my job.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts. Like the wonderful bar that you're headed to, known as the Wet Weasel. It's your typical hole-in-the-wall bar when you pull up to it. It's got all the flashy neon on the outside and in the windows.
Also, a lot of bikers from last time.
Yes, there's also a lot of bikers. And in fact, there's even one of those moving neon signs of a weasel being dunked into a bucket. Don't worry, the bucket is of moonshine because it is 3 X's. You know, I'm just saying. Who would you like to call?
So I'm going to call Korgath first. So I'll, when we pull up, before we go in, I'll pull up my phone and call Korgath.
Takes a few rings and then finally he picks up. He sounds kind of tired.
What?
Hey.
What?
Wake up.
What time is it?
What time? It is time to have a conversation. I need a phone number.
What? What? Who?
The small fellow who was leading that biker gang that you made friends with, Galahad.
Okay. Don't you have his number?
No.
Oh, that's
I
right.
don't
You
talk
don't check,
to the staff.
You don't check your messages.
That's what I have you for.
Yeah, you don't pay me nearly enough. I think it's around here somewhere. You hear stuff crashing and falling and paper scattering everywhere and him mumbling to himself. All right, I'll send it to you right now. Hey, you should be getting it in a minute. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Great.
That's what I get for leaving a troll in my office.
And of course, in a few seconds after he hangs up, you get the message with a phone number attached to it.
I'll call Galahad.
Okay. There's a lot of commotion in the background. You can hear the revving of engines, a lot of them.
Yeah, who's this?
It's Bear, yeah, friend of Kaze.
What do you want?
Is this a good time?
Make it quick. Whatever it is.
Need some quick information about biker gangs. Gang signs, colors, whatever.
Sure, chum.
And I'll tell him we're at the Wet Weasel, and I'll tell him like if I see any specific colors or whatever on the bikes.
Let me see. I don't think there's a specific gang. No, there's not a specific biker gang that patrols this specific area.
Okay, so in his expert opinion, we're mostly safe.
Yes, as safe as you can be anywhere in the Metroplex in the evening.
Perfect. Thank you. Good luck. Don't get dead.
Hangs up the phone. Yeah, there's some lively music that is pouring out of the Wet Weasel. And you can just hear your friend in the back just patting his legs. Da 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 da.
I will break your fingers again if you don't stop doing that.
I can do this with broken. Oh, you can't talk, so.
Yeah, so you also can't hear either. Mage mask.
Sure, you can.
Amaging, what do you want to do with him?
Doolin can stay here with
We
him.
have to go inside. We can't. Should we just leave him in the trunk?
Doolin can stay with him. Right, Doolin?
Do I have to?
Yes.
Then I guess I will.
If there's any problems, honk the horn, like, as much as you can.
I would say leave a gun, but I don't think it really matters. Sure, I'll stay in the car with the very creepy, disturbing individual because this is my life now.
Why don't you wait outside the car, but just wait next to the car?
Yeah, no, I'm going to stay inside the car.
Oh, you know what? Your choice. You can be subjected to his shenanigans. That's fine.
Better his shenanigans than whatever happens out there. And as soon as you guys, are you all getting out of the car?
Well, I'll let them know we're looking for a guy named Junkyard.
You're going to just start asking around?
No, I'm letting them know that we're looking for a fixer named Junkyard.
Yes. Thank you, Amaging, for being our quest log. Can I roll etiquette to discreetly ask for Junkyard in the bar? And, like, what I'm trying to do is like schmooze and like buy some drinks for people. Like, hey, how's it going? How you doing? How's your ma? Kind of thing. Like I belong here. But I would like to roll etiquette to schmooze and find out where Junkyard is.
Sure. Roll etiquette. Most people want to give you the question of why do you want to know?
Because I am a businessman seeking staff for a particular job.
Okay. Most people laugh when you say that and question why you would ever want Junkyard to be part of that. You clearly do not know him very well.
He came well referred.
They laugh even harder when you say he came well referred. Then they cheers the drink that you got them and then walk away with downing the drink, laughing and shaking their head. That's the response you get from most patrons. If you want to roll perception while you're doing this, you can. Any of you can if you want to. If you're watching this whole flaunting of goodwill and talking about Junkyard. It doesn't look like anybody's really paying you much attention. You're drawing most of the attention. A discreet impromptu line is kind of forming near the bar near you because you're buying free drinks and asking questions, and people want the drinks. The only thing you notice is that there's one particular group that doesn't come near you at all, but they keep you in sight the whole time, and they're over by the pool tables. It's like a group of the biker looking guys.
I'll motion to Spider and then sub vocal. How about a game of billiards? And then walk that way.
Amaging, are you following over to the billiards table or just going to hang out at the bar? And...
I'm blending in with the crowd and just kind of like I'll sit at the bar and watch what they're doing.
Well, they make their way over to the billiards tables, so eloquently put, and there's a large group of bikers that are hanging out over there. They just watch you walk up.
Hello, gentlemen. I'm newly arrived in the city, and I'm looking for an associate of an associate, and I wonder if you could help me.
Blabbing your mouth off over at the bar, it doesn't seem like you're new in town, but money talks.
Oh, money talks. Boldrek walks. I understand. And I'll pull out a cred stick. I hold it like away from him. Tell me what I want to know. I need to know where to find Junkyard. And depending on how good your information is, determines how much I'll pay you. Then I'll tuck it in my breast pocket.
He's out back. Pay me.
That seems suspicious.
You can go look for yourself.
I could go out back, and then you could have some friends out there that could bash me with billiard cues.
This guy. Love whatever this is. Never heard it before. But hey, you're giving me, you said pay me for information. How much are you gonna pay me? He's out back.
Can I snatch him up and try and intimidate? Because I feel like he's trying to like bull direct me right now.
Sure, you wanna
I just
grab
want
him?
to snatch him up, pull him in real close. You don't want to mess with me, son. Because no one will ever find your body.
Oh, old timer. You just done and made the dumbest mistake of your life.
I'll bounce him off the pool table.
Please roll your unarmed combat against target number 4. Well, you are going to successfully bounce him off the pool table, and he's going to take a serious wound. So how do you want this played out?
I'll have him real close, asking my questions, and then when he's a little sassy and reticent, I'm just going to slam him into the pool table.
It bounces off the pool table, taking the serious stun. And now roll initiative. All right, so Bear, you're going to be first. Looks like there are 2 other guys that have taken pool cues, and they're going to use them as clubs. So what do you want to do? You've just bounced this guy off the pool table.
I'm going to drop him, grab a billiard ball, and wing it at one of the guys with a pool cue.
Okay. Please roll me your throw skill. If you don't have throw skill, you may
I'd like to default to quickness.
Spider, you're watching this unfold. He has thrown a pool cue at somebody. He has bashed somebody's face off of the pool table. They have hit the ground. They're rolling on the ground, clutching their face.
You said there were 2 guys that were starting to swing pool cues at
Yeah, and
people's
he
faces.
Well, they grabbed pool cues and they're rearing back to use them as clubs, and he just winged a cue ball at one of them.
Okay. The one that hasn't had a cue ball winged right is, that place. I would like to run up and try to leg sweep him with my jujitsu skill that I bet you didn't know I had.
Well, I guess everybody's learning today. You can run up and do your leg sweep. And I almost roll all ones, so he effectively falls down. So, go ahead, however you want to play that one out. You will successfully have swept his legs, and he keeps no balance.
I would run up to him, grab the pool cue, and then as I'm twisting it, trying to make him think I'm gonna disarm him, that's when I would sweep the leg.
Amaging, it's your turn. By this short window of time, you've seen one guy's head bounce off a pool table, another guy get a pool ball flung at him, and the other gentleman, his legs are swept out from under him and he's in slow motion fall right now.
What's everyone else doing in the bar?
Most other people are cheering or clanking their glasses on the table.
Is the bartender going for a shotgun?
He has not gone for a shotgun yet, no. The bartender is watching everything unfold, though.
All right, so I'm gonna talk to the bartender. It's just because I could get 6 words out.
Yeah.
All right, so does this happen often?
Is it Tuesday? It is in fact Tuesday.
And then I'm gonna delay my turn until somebody else joins the fray.
There, you get another turn before we re-roll initiative.
So, guy who bounced off the pool table, is he down? Like he looks like he's not getting back up yet?
He is cradling the front of his face like this, right?
Mhm.
And he's rolling back and forth. It looks like there's blood pouring down his chin.
Okay. Pool ball guy.
Yeah.
I would like to leap over the table and grab his head and just smash it into the edge as well, and just put him out.
Please roll me athletics first. You've got the umph over the pool table. Now roll me your melee skill. So you will connect, but it's going to be mostly into his body armor. The way you pull him down, it causes his chest to hit the side instead of his full face. So you don't get the super big hit like you did on the first guy. All right, re-roll. Unless Amaging, there's anything you wanted to do. There's nobody else that has entered the fray.
Can I spend my whole turn talking to get more words?
You want to? Yes, you can.
I want to ask the bartender if he knows a guy named Junkyard.
Yeah, he's about to call him to stop this mess, and he just presses a button up under the bar.
All right, I'm waiting for anyone new to enter the room.
So before we roll initiative, and we can do it in this turn, and you guys can decide if you want to drop out of combat or not. But as the button is pushed, you hear like a buzzer sound go off, and red lights start spinning inside the bar. And this backroom door will open. There'll be like fog or mist that sweeps out, and the silhouette of this big, imposing person, and out steps a small, scruffy dwarf. And he just points over in the direction of your brawl. Stop it. Guys with the pull cues drop the cues, or the one that's still he's on the ground now in front of Spider, drops the pull cue over himself. And the other one who you bounced off the table hitting his chest armor just slowly puts down the pull cue and steps away from you. He makes his way over to you. I guess the one thing that kind of stands out is he does have a cybernetic leg, and he kind of walks with a limp with it. Makes his way over to you.
While this is happening, can I just look at the bartender? So I'm gonna assume that's Junkyard.
That's Junkyard. He just walks over. He's at around eye level with Bear.
Good evening.
And you see him rear back his cyber leg and kick the guy on the floor, who goes flying across the floor some more. I told you the last time. Now get out of here and take your animals with you. The guy just kind of gets up, looks in your direction, blood still pouring down his face. The other guys that were around pull their other two friends, and the rest of them make their way out. And then the dwarf makes his way back over to you.
So, your junkyard.
So you're the rebel rouser.
Yes, I rouse many rabbles, and I'll hold out my hand for a handshake.
What do you want?
Assistance, and we can pay. And I'll motion for Amaging and Spider to come over.
You blab in your mouth all night. What? What's so important?
Amaging.
Oh, I'm ignoring you. I'm watching how this plays out because I just watched you start a bar fight. I'm not going near you.
You've been throwing my name around all night like we're the best of chums. Who are you?
Someone who needs help. We have a situation and an individual, and we're told that you might be able to help.
I don't know who told you that, but my running days are over. Slaps his cybernetic leg.
Buddy, I saw you kick that guy across the floor. You can probably beat me in a foot race, let's be honest. That thing's got what, 4 or 5 horsepower?
Foot race. Seriously, why are you here?
At the risk of starting another bar fight. Do you want to step outside, buddy?
No, I don't want to step outside. I like the inside. It's ambiance.
Okay, I'm really bad at the thing that has to be explained because I don't like magic or computers. And I'm going to frantically motion for Amaging again.
I'll come over now.
Oh, Joy, another one. Are you here to articulate his sentences for him?
Perhaps we should get a drink, find a nice table, have a little chat.
Fine, come with me. He takes you back through that door that he came through, and it's like a small private lounge. There's some other people already back here, but it's quieter.
What's the clientele look like back here?
These people look like they do some work. There's definitely somebody that looks like your stereotypical street samurai that's back here, cybered out to the gills, festooned with weapons. You got a couple other bruisers that look like they've seen a fight. So he sits down at a booth, has you sit down, goes like this, and somebody comes by and puts 4 frosty mugs down. Okay, what?
I'm looking for a friend of mine. He said you gave him a job.
Okay, I do that sometimes.
He goes by Sprout.
Yeah, I know that guy. Why?
Oh, I haven't been able to get a hold of him. I'm really, really worried about him. I think the people that you got him mixed up with.
No, you're not.
I'm not.
Nobody worries about Sprout. What do you actually want?
He's actually a good friend of mine.
Yeah, sure. He's your best friend. Okay.
So this booth we're in, is there like privacy curtains by chance?
No, it's open to everybody else. How about you stop dancing around whatever it is that you're dancing, and you just come out and say whatever it is you're here for? That's why we came back here, right? So we could talk plain. So talk plain.
Just say it, man.
I need to know. I need information on the people that gave you the job for Sprout.
Oh, sure. Okay. How much are you going to pay me to jog my memory?
Amaging. When he says that, I'll tap my breast pocket. Like we're on the clock. I've got that clown's money.
1,000 Nuyen.
Ooh, wow, that's a chunk of change. Jog a memory. This must be really important.
1,500 if we were never here.
I already forgot your faces. He holds out his cred stick for you to tap the money to him.
I'll tap it over.
Yeah, some suit comes in talking about needing muscle or capable people ready to jump on a job, get their beaks wet, doesn't care about how seasoned they are or anything. All they got to do is sit and watch spots. I said, fine, I can find people that want to do that. It's not hard. People hungry for money, want to prove themselves, get their names started out on the street, you know. But this suit, real piece of work.
They give you a name.
Yeah, Mr. Gray.
And did he look like me, but like a dreckier version of me?
I mean, I guess he was wearing a suit.
But like ill-fitting maybe, or cheap?
I don't know. I don't exactly get down to the fine diamonds. All I know is that he's hiring people, sitting at spots, watching places.
What other places?
He got this joint out in the Barrens that he's once watched. He's got a couple places around town watching clinics. A house in Bellevue. I think that's about it. And that mob joint for the singer. He's got some guys posted around there.
What's the place of the Barons?
I don't know. Just coordinates someplace. That's like saying, that mall that's out in the Bear. Come on, there's nothing out there. It's just a place,
Oh no,
a spot.
There's something out there. There's something out there.
Look, I'm sure there's lots of things out there. All I know is they were hired to go watch a spot.
Is there like a napkin and a pen on the table?
You can get one for you.
I'll tap on it. I'm gonna need those coordinates.
For what? The Baron spot?
Barons, the clinics.
Yeah, sure. Whatever. Here you go.
And he came in here specifically. You didn't meet him. You don't have any contact information yourself.
No, he came in. I don't normally. This is the first time I ever met the guy. He was just throwing new yen around, and I'm one to take new yen.
He mentioned anything about 2 individuals to look out for?
Now that I think about it, and seeing your faces that I'm gonna forget, I have short-term memory problems. Looked a lot like you two. Pointing at Baron Spider. He's got a real nasty itch. Something about you. Don't know why. Not my problem. I don't care.
It's fine. We know why. It's a personal thing.
Good for you. Hope you guys can work it out. Again, I just get paid. So yeah, I set the jobs up. Those are the coordinates. Anything else?
I'm gonna need you to tell your associate, Mr. Gray, that these 2 are gone, dead.
Well, that's gonna be a little hard. He wants to verify bodies himself.
Can't verify anything with there's an explosion.
I guess he's gonna want to come see it. So if you want to set up an explosion, tell me where it's at. You can give me a call. I'll tell him where it is. He can go look at it himself. If that's what you want to do. Here's my number. Give me a call sometime. Maybe I have something for you, or you want to tell me where this explosion is going to be, around what time, yada yada, whatever. Again, don't really care. New Yens has exchanged hands.
This guy lying to me.
You can roll. He seemed pretty legit. He doesn't seem to care much other than he's making new yen.
There'll be a bonus for you if you can set this up for us.
Like I said, you call me when you're ready. I'll give him a shout.
What about these guys here? They for hire?
You got a job?
Possibly. At a later date.
Okay. I'm always looking to hire out talent.
I think we'll definitely be in contact.
I appreciate that. You keep me in mind. If your pockets are deep enough, I'll find you the people.
All right. I'll stand up and walk out of the booth.
On the way out to Amaging. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I think we're thinking the same thing.
I'm thinking 2 things. 1, we set a trap and blow up a building and use that to lure Mr. Gray.
We don't need
so that
to
I can kill him.
blow up a building. We can probably find somewhere to blow up in the Barrens.
Yes, that. 2, We hire those guys to deal with those restaurant guys who apparently now have the book. We send them in first to like test the defenses. I mean, obviously we're going to have to deal with the book now, but like we send some mooks in. I like where your head's at.
Sorry, headed back out to the car.
Mm-hmm.
Dolan is sitting very quietly, just looking straight ahead.
Yeah, I'm jumping into the driver's seat of the car this time.
Before you drive off,
Oh, I'm not
let's
driving off
take
yet.
Doolin. Let's take Doolin out of the car, get him some fresh air because he's had to sit with this thing for the last hour.
He'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
He's not going to be fine. He doesn't talk like that.
Yeah, is there something odd about the way he's talking?
You say he'll be fine, and he says, I'll be fine. Stays looking straight ahead out the window. Doesn't say anything.
I'm sensing
Sure.
him.
Okay. There is an astral presence that has attached itself to him.
Is it similar to another astral presence in the car?
In fact, it's linked.
Let me take him out of the car for a minute. See if we can like douse him with some water.
How are you going to get him out of the car?
I'm going to open his door.
Okay.
Come on, big man, let's get a drink.
I'm fine. We should go.
No, we should get a drink.
Where should we go, Dylan? Where's we need a good place to take this guy.
We should go home.
Home.
We should go home.
Where's home?
North is home. Drive north.
Obviously, we're not going to do that. We are very obviously not going to do that.
Yeah, no, 100% not going to do that.
I'm going to start hurting the guy in the trunk for possessing my friend.
So you have the door open, and he's just sitting there. And he's not moving when you gesture to him or mention getting a drink in the bar or anything.
Can I like slap his cheek or snap my fingers, try and get any kind of response out of him other than
Yeah, you can.
the robo thing?
Sure can. As soon as you touch him, please roll me a willpower test. When you touch him, like to slap his cheek, as soon as your hand comes in contact with his face, you literally just stop for a second. It's a second for just Amaging and Spider. They see you just touch his face like you're going to slap him, and you kind of just stop. But for you, it doesn't feel like a second. It feels like a very long time. And in that very long time, there are all of these images and flashes. Suddenly, you're like surrounded by darkness, and you look around, and the darkness melts away, and you're standing in front of that White House again. The one that you went flying through the window out of. You remember that house, don't you? It remembers you too. You see it, you see yourself fly out the window. There are other flashes of images of the exorcist going downstairs and then promptly turning around and leaving, and telling you that everything was handled. And then you follow through with the slap to his face.
I'm gonna quickly relay all of that to Amaging and Spider, lest I forget. And then, Doolin, what was that? Are you still Doolin?
No response.
Are you still Doolin?
I am here.
I get in the front passenger seat, slam the door, drive north.
Why? Dylan, what's north?
Home is north.
What he said.
We would like to go home.
No. Bear. That's exactly what they want you to do. We do not take the super powerful with eyeless horror to where it says its home is. It goes to the wards. I think. Because I don't know magic. But no, we're not going north.
I don't think we should take that thing to its home, but we need to find out what it means and what it wants.
It wants to go home.
Yeah, the book is probably there
Doubtful.
with the mobster bad guys.
Doubtful.
They said they no longer need my services. I'm assuming they have the book.
I'm assuming they have as
They
well.
have the lock, we have the key.
What is home to you?
Home is where we belong. Answers are at home. We should go home. Friends are at home. Receive friends to go home. Just dead staring out the window into nothing.
So we're gonna do a little stun bolt on Doolin. We're
Okay.
gonna make him go night night.
All right.
What's his willpower?
Currently,
Mhm.
currently his willpower is 11. You remember that's odd because last time it was definitely not that. It to you it just looks like it's something that envelops him briefly, and it just knocks it away.
Do you want to try mechanically putting him out?
Don't touch him.
No, I already did.
You're
It was fine.
not allowed to touch him. Neither are you, Spider.
Okay, Daddy. But I already did it successfully.
I know you like to not listen to me when it comes to magical stuff. Right now, I'm telling you, you shouldn't touch him.
I will trust you.
Thank you.
I will trust you. Can I hit him with a tire iron? No, I'm saying I don't have to physically touch him to put him to sleep. We could just hit him really, really hard with an object. But
No one.
this is a magic thing, and I have stepped in magical Drek already, so I am deferring to Amaging. If you want him put to sleep, I can put him to sleep without touching him. I'll just hit him with the tire iron in the trunk.
Will you let Doolin go if we take you home?
Home for friend.
Get in the car.
I'll climb back in. Also, the demonic presence was much more eloquent in the asylum.
Remember, you did go to the basement of that house through the door with the creepy whispers, and he said, "Don't open it. Don't come in no matter." Maybe that's the result of this.
All right, off we go north.
So, Amaging, did you magic eyes thing him?
Yes.
And he's possessed. We're sure he's possessed by the same thing that's in the trunk.
Oh, 100%.
Maybe. It looks super similar.
Same family of.
Oh yeah. Are you just gonna let him direct you where you're going?
Yep.
North. Okay. It's gonna take a few hours driving north. Eventually, you're taking back to that same small, quiet neighborhood with that white house that seems eerily familiar to all of you.
Why does it seem eerily familiar?
There's a window that is still busted out of that house. There was some burnt markings on the ground in the backyard. This place seems really familiar. Well, it's the same house that you are at, that you perform the ritual to save.
Oh, no.
As soon as you pull up next to the house on the street, home. And then Doolin promptly falls face first into the dash.
As soon as that happens, I'm looking in the astral and watching what happens.
Looks like he's passed out.
Is that
Astral signature is gone from him.
Well, we knew we were gonna come here eventually.
Amaging. I have an idea. I have a thought. Tell me if I'm wrong. Because everything has been connected so far. We have just been stepping in Drek. Since we met that lawyer, everything has been a Drek show. Since we met that lawyer, I blame him personally. Do you think that's the thing
No.
that was in the kid?
Yes. It's something along the same lines. It's the same type of spirit.
Can we kill it?
You can't.
But you could.
Possibly.
How can I help you do that?
Not get in the way.
Yes, sir.
From the trunk, you can hear the same da 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 being tapped out.
Did it get a little more like a rise in speed?
It gets a little more antsy, I guess you could say.
All right. When I look at the house in the astral, what do I see?
Oh boy, oh boy, does it still feel really bad? About the same as what you experienced the first time that you ever perceived this house. If anything, the background count here has gone up by 1. You almost want to throw up in your mouth when you look at it in the astral. It definitely sets your stomach into a loop.
I need to talk to our friend here.
Oh, the eyeless guy or unconscious guy?
Eyeless guy.
Are you sure you want to do that? Because you were very adamant about not doing that.
I'm I don't need to look at him. I just need him to be able to talk and hear.
Okay. I'll check the bindings on his face, and then I'll hop out of the car because I don't want to hear anything that guy's got to say.
All the way up to up to the.
Yeah.
You want to do the same thing? So he's sitting there, and you just hear him breathe this big, heavy sigh. Are we home?
Yes, we are.
Feels like home. Why are we here?
That wasn't you controlling Doolin? Wasn't a friend of
Your-
yours?
Your friend was under control? I don't do that.
How is this place home to you?
This isn't my home. Why are we here?
What is here to you?
I want to leave. Let me go. I don't want to be here. We don't need to be here. We should leave. This is a bad place.
Yes, it is. Why would
I don't want to be here. Take me away from here.
not until you tell me why?
I want to leave.
And it feels like two voices are talking at that point. I think you should take me away from this awful, terrible place that feels horrible. We shouldn't be here. We should be someplace else. Closer to the book. We're much further from the book here.
Let's just tie him up and leave him down in the basement.
We're not.
He
leaving
seems to
him
want to be
anywhere.
here so much.
We are not leaving him anywhere.
I'm trying to intimidate him.
Let's just go to the book. Yes. Yeah, yes, you want the book, yes? We can go to the book. I can direct you to the book. It's far from here. Far from here. Just take me there.
I'm curious why he doesn't want to be here.
Yeah,
We should go
so,
find out.
That's why we're gonna go inside the house.
Uh-huh.
I don't want to be here. We should go get the book, which is far away from this place that feels awful, wrong.
I'll look at Baron just like,
I will probably more brusquely and gruffly than necessary ram the gag back in his mouth. That never ceases to be satisfying.
He seems very upset by this.
Okay, so wait, Amaging, I have a question. If he, meaning I'm assuming the book, right, doesn't want to be here, what wanted to come home?
that's what I wanted. That's what we need to find out.
Like did was there something on Doolin when he came out of the creepy door with the many scary voices that you noticed?
No, there was nothing on him at that time.
Okay.
Maybe everybody wants to roll perception right now. You'll notice that Doolin is no longer in the car. He is opening the front door of the house.
Oh my god. Out of the car, I'm after him.
And then he walks right inside. Are you dragging your friend with you?
Before I get out of the car, Amaging, you have 2 seconds to decide. Are we taking the demon or leaving it here?
I don't want to leave eyes
I
off
grab
of
the
him.
demon and jump out of the car.
It definitely tries to dig its heels into the ground as you're dragging to try and get you to stop. He's trying everything. This is the most movement you've seen out of him the entire time.
Are you sure we can't just shove him inside and then call it good?
Yes, we need to keep an eye on him. As I'm running. Yeah, as he's like getting Doolin out, I'm running in after him.
Sure. Once you get inside, Doolin is sitting in the living room, cross-legged on the floor, with his eyes closed, holding his hands out.
Is he doing something magical right now?
Are you blinking into the
Yeah.
astral?
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna regret this, but yes.
It feels, again, really bad. Your stomach does another hula hoop. And you can see that, yes, there is astral energy that is pouring off of Doolin. And there's an entity, there's actually multiple entities now that you can see that are sharing his astral signature. And he's just sitting there, cross-legged, holding his hands out, his eyes closed, just kind of mumbling to himself under his breath.
I'm gonna try to gag him.
You're gonna try and gag Doolin?
Yes. I don't. Do I have my mask on me? I'm gonna try to gag him with my mask.
You go to stuff the mask in his mouth, and his chanting hand just immediately grabs and twists your wrist down, and his eyes shoot open, and they are now just glowing balls of energy. But it's not like the house feels awful. But when you get closer to Doolin and his eyes open at you, you feel calmer.
Is it a spell that he's casting?
It's like this aura that's coming off of him when his eyes snap open. And he twists your hand away from him and then lets go. And he pushes your hand away.
I'm gonna sense the other spirits on him.
Sure, go ahead. He slowly starts to stand up.
Like, do they feel like anything like Dr. Death or?
No, they don't feel like Dr. Death or creepy what's in the basement. No, they don't feel like either of those.
Okay.
But Bear and Spider, you can also see Doolin's eyes are ablaze with some kind of light.
Spider, could you please help him? He seems to now have a sprained wrist.
No, stop. Don't do
No,
anything.
he's fine. He's fine. He's fine. I'm trusting Amaging is fine because he didn't say, "Oh God, save me."
Meanwhile, your friend who is chained to the handcart is struggling, and
I go to the handcart, and my job is to keep him on the cart.
You can definitely hear he is breaking some of his own bones to try to get out.
Yeah, that's really gross, but I'm gonna stand there and I will keep breaking bones, tighten the straps, bud. You ain't getting out of the chair.
Let me hold him. You help Amaging with whatever he might need here, or help Doolin with whatever he might need, and I will just bear hug the guy on the hand truck and strength it down.
All right, I'm waiting to see what happens here.
All right, well, Doolin walks up, stands in front of you. Are you ready?
For what?
What must be done?
What are you?
Something old.
What do we need to do?
You need the key, and he won't give it to you willingly.
The key to what?
To the evil that is contained within the book. The only way to open it is with the key. If you have it in your possession, then you have bargaining power. You will be the only one that is able to open it. Are you prepared for that?
I am.
Then we must move quickly.
No, you yelled at me for the book. We can handle the book.
This is
do not
different
sacrifice
than
yourself to the book.
This is not the book. This is different than the book.
We'll need both of their help. They will need to hold the vessel.
I'm gonna gesture towards Creepy on the handcart. The vessel?
Yes. Yes. We're about to enter into very dangerous territory. I won't be able to protect us all for very long if anything bad happens.
You heard him.
Clear your minds. Concentrate only on the task at hand. Don't think on anything else. He goes over to the door that looks like there's fetishes that have been put up all over the door to the basement.
Can I recognize what kind of fetishes they are?
Sure.
I roll magic.
Roll magic. They are sealing symbols.
What tradition of magic?
Hermetic. Whatever they're used for is to try to seal an area. Amaging, as soon as you cross the threshold into the basement, your mind is flooded with everything that you did here last time. And that same overwhelming presence is still down here. It feels just angry. That's the only emotion that you're getting, is pure anger as you descend the stairs.
When I get down to the bottom, I wanna make sure is it still warded in?
It's still bound within the circle that was still there. It looks like an extra layer of warding was drawn in around that original one.
What's Doolin doing?
Goes and sits down in front of that extra layer of wards and just kind of crosses his hands in front of him, closes his eyes, and you can feel him push his aura towards this thing as it just rails against the containment that it's behind.
What's Creepy doing?
thrashing, making noise as best he can. And that seems to draw the attention of whatever this thing is that's behind the double warded lair.
Does it feel like it gets angrier, or does it calm down when it sees him?
If anything, it gets more ravenous. It's angry, but it wants whatever that is.
Amaging. Can I solve this problem by repeatedly hitting the guy strapped to the hand truck?
No.
Can I hit him anyway?
No. Clear your mind, like Doolin said. Concentrate on this.
While you're saying that, you're getting all these visions of you busting this guy's face into a pulp and feeling really good about it as you just break his face over and over again. You feel like it would be a really great thing to do. Just pummel him over and over into the face and then throw him across the room. It's what you want. It would feel so good.
Can I do a willpower check to not do that? Because that sounds real good right now, and I am a combat monster. And
yes,
I do
please.
want to hurt this guy.
Please roll your combat monster of willpower 8. You can force these negative thoughts out of your head.
Just clench the fists.
Spider, you do see him kind of rear back like he's ready to do it, and then just...
I'm gonna do what Doolin told me to do. Well, some type of Doolin. Gonna go over to Bear, and I am going to focus completely on keeping this guy strapped to the thing. So I'm gonna encourage Bear to put him down, lay him flat on the floor, still attached to the cart, and like we are gonna hold this guy down because that is what we are supposed to do.
While you're doing that, to hold him down, you feel like things in the room shift and you're not in the room anymore, and the person that you're holding down is yourself, and you're in that alleyway back in England right before the gunshot goes off. And then when that happens, you snap back and you're in the basement. For you, Spider, standing behind the warding circle or in the middle, the big nasty thing isn't there. The only thing that's standing there is Mr. Gray.
I need to roll willpower not to pull out my gun and start emptying the clip into the man.
Like, shake your head, rub your eyes, and push the images away, and it swirls kind of away in a grotesque manner. The thing just crawls out of Mr. Gray's mouth as he evaporates.
I go back to making sure I'm holding this guy down. That is the only thing in my head now, is keep him right here in front of me.
Amaging, you can hear a voice in your head. You left me here to die.
Whose voice is it?
Karma's voice.
God. Nope, pushing that out of my head.
You can shake the whispers away, and then when you do that, you feel Doolin's hand has reached out towards you.
I'll reach out towards his hand.
Okay, he grabs your hand and like pulls you down to him, and in that same instance, you feel like the room is a little brighter. Things aren't as cold. You don't feel this crushing weight pressing against you. The thing that's behind the warding circle on the floor doesn't seem as imposing and as intimidating. But now it's like there's you and Doolin and this thing almost in a void, and just a table between you. Now no longer Doolin, but it's this, I guess the best way to put it would be, you know when he puts on the ring and you see the ring wraiths for what they really look like, the kings that are white, that's what this thing looks like. That's standing next to you, that was Doolin at one point, and then you look, and now it is this king.
Is he like all skeletal like a ring wraith, or?
He's old and decrepit looking, yeah. Like he looks exactly like that. It's the crown that floats above his head ethereally. all in that white. And then sitting across from you is this imposing, devouring monster.
Do we see anything?
You see Amaging get pulled down next to Doolin, and they both kind of just sit, just unmoving, while this thing rails and glares at you from behind the warded circle, and the guy still thrashes and tries to escape. Anyway, he gestures for you to sit next to him.
I'll sit next to him.
His voice seems more commanding. It's no longer like Doolin's voice that you've been hearing. This sounds like somebody that's actually been in charge or has an air of authority about them almost.
You're here for the negotiation. Since
He gestures to the thing that's across from you.
you have encountered this being before, so it knows of you. Begin. I'll help you when you're in instinct.
I require the key.
Give me your flesh and your soul.
That's not on the table.
Why are we talking? Better yet, free me. Give me the 3 tasty morsels you brought with you. And I'll give you whatever you want.
Wait, 3 tasty more. Oh God, he wants creepy?
Give me all 3. I'll give you anything.
How about this? You can have my body in 1 year's time.
Whoa. 1 year from now, you will join me.
1 year. There are things I need to do myself before I can go off with you. And in return, you give me the key.
1 year? For how long?
I'll look over at I don't know, what do I call this guy? The king? I'll look over at him.
Are you sure you want to give your soul to this thing? It's your decision to negotiate however you wish. I just know that we have the other bargaining chip with us.
Him? And I'll point to the guy on the hand card or where he was.
Yes. Whether you think that that's enough or not.
What would you do with him if I gave him to you?
Feast. But that doesn't mean I have to give you what you want. You could give me the tasty morsel to whet my appetite. And then your soul.
You can have my soul in 1 year's time.
Yes, you said in 1 year's time, but you didn't specify for how long. That's an important part of any deal.
The king will ask you if you want to converse with your friends about this.
Do you want their advice?
Will he be able to talk to them?
He may be able to interact a little bit. But whether they listen to him, that's going to be up to them. I can't control that. Do you want to talk to them or not?
Yes.
He vanishes for a minute, and the 2 of you see Doolin turn towards you, and his eyes kind of blaze, and this light just kind of shoots out from him, and both of you blink. You're now in a void room where there's a table and there's a writhing monstrosity on one side and Amaging is sitting on the other, and then suddenly this king in white steps forward behind you and walks back up to the table and sits down next to Amaging and gestures for you to come forward.
I'll come forward politely, even pulling out Spider's chair.
I know this is confusing. I'll try and keep this brief. Your friend is working on an agreement and has requested some of your info. That's why you've been brought here.
So, Amaging, what bad deal are you about to make right now?
Well, he wants you 3 to feast upon.
That's a bad deal.
That is a bad deal.
Yum.
So, monster guy there wants me, Spider, and handcart guy. Please tell me handcart guy is just behind us, still bound and like writhing.
Yeah. You can look back and kind of see yourselves holding him down, which is kind of weird. It's like looking
Okay.
through a haze.
What was your like rebuttal? Like, what did you offer?
He has me in 1 year's time. For an undisclosed amount of time. We need this key he has.
I don't like any of that.
Are you willing to sacrifice yourselves for this? The three of you? I know you don't care about him, but Spider?
Tasty, tasty,
You?
tasty.
Anyone else?
Oh, I technically caused this problem. I will own it. I will
don't want that
perform
one.
3 services for that monster.
I don't want that one.
I'm sorry, I'm the biggest, the strongest, and the best looking here. What do you mean you don't want me?
No. I don't want you. But you can bring me who I want.
Who do you want?
You took him away the first time. Bring me him, I'll give you anything.
Nope. These negotiations are at an end. That is a non-starter.
Amazing. I'm not going to tell you what to do, but I'm not giving whatever that is, the kid, or anybody else. If you want to do this, I'm not going to stop you. But I'm not going to tell you that I want you to, because I don't.
I think we have
You
much of a
should
choice.
absolutely not do this.
We need the key.
I have something you want. Tell me how long you'll give me your body.
How long do you want me?
Oh, until you decay and fall apart.
5 years.
Such a small amount of time.
You could have a lot of fun with a mage in 5 years.
I've had my share of fun with your magical being before. How about 7 years in 1 year's time? What do you think?
I'll look back at Baron Spider.
You should not do this. There has to be another way.
Give me the morsel. It looks so tasty. The one that they're holding. Give me that and agree to our timeline.
I'll look back at the king. Do we need him if we have the key?
No. Are you sure you want to do this? It will be binding. One other detail. What happens if you die within that year?
I don't plan on dying within that year.
Life is chaotic.
Life is chaotic, and I've been able to take care of myself thus far.
Let's say some terrible thing befalls you. What happens to our contract? If it's null and void, then you can leave right now.
If I'm to die, we'll release you from the warding here.
So if you die, my warding is released.
Yes.
You swear upon this, knowing full well that when you give your word in his presence, it's binding.
I give my word.
There's like a beacon that shines out from the king's crown, and you feel a burn into the back of your hand, like a sigil gets burned there.
In 1 year's time, you and I have a very wonderful conversation. We're going to have so much fun. In 1 year, I will wait patiently, biding my time till then. The deal is struck. You can banish these treats away. Bring me the one that you have bound. You have to throw him over the boundary. Unless you want to break all those seals.
I am levitating creepy in. And I'll look at Bear and Spider. Actually, no, I'm going to look at the king and tell them they need to leave now.
He swings his arm and you guys get snapped back to your body. And Amaging, he lets you go. You're back in the room, the dark, dank basement. The thing that was some kind of monster behind this double ward is now like a swirling cloud of darkness. And then you just see Doolin kind of fall over.
I'll look at my hand, and
There's nothing on your hand.
if I look in the astral,
There's a bright symbol on the back of your hand.
what happened to creepy in the real world?
He's like shiver shaking. He's broken so many of his bones that he can't really move. And as you levitate him over, you just hear him shrieking from behind the mask as he dips into the cloud. You hear some ripping, some tearing, a few screams, and then a rib bone gets pitched back over to you, along with a mangled hand cart.
Is there anything special about the rib bone? Or is it just a rib bone?
It looks just like a rib bone. Doolin slowly starts to sit up, rubbing his head, and then opens his eyes. Oh, what the dreck is that? Where are we? What happened? What's going on? Why are we here? Can we leave? Oh, God, it feels terrible in here.
We got ice cream, and then you got sick. We had to find a bathroom. It's fine. We're leaving now.
I need to go throw up outside. If I look at myself in the astral, is there something different about me? Can I sense myself?
Technically, I guess, yeah. You know everything about yourself, obviously.
Yeah, I just want to know if there's like anything new.
You have one astral signature present on you.
I will sense that astral signature.
It's some very powerful magic.
I assume the key that we needed.
No, that's not the key. That's been blazed up on you.
Oh, so I'm pretty much sensing the mark on my hand.
Yeah, you're looking at the mark. The mark is the astral signature that's been placed upon you. It doesn't feel negative. It doesn't feel positive. It's just kind of a neutral, but it's very powerful. And then while you're looking in the astral, the rib bone that was pitched back to you also does glow in the astral.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll pick it up.
It feels cold to the touch, like ice, like it's been in the Arctic.
Let's get out of here.
We need to have a conversation later, but yes, for now, let's just get out of here.
If it's to talk about this, no.
As you're leaving, you can just see the monstrous creature is now no longer like slamming against the wards. It's just sitting quietly with its legs tucked up to its chest. And it just does this as you guys leave. But now you have your key and you've gotten rid of the creepy guy. Also, Bear and Spider, once you leave this house again, you don't really feel as bad as you have been feeling.
Anybody fancy a taco? That was just a horrible, horrible experience. I would like to remind myself that I am still alive and that eating things like food with friends is still an option.
I'm not hungry, but we can stop somewhere. I just want to get home.
The horrible experience is knowing that our friend sacrificed himself for us without asking. You just put that burden on us.
I didn't put any burden on you. It was my decision to make, and I made that decision.
Can we go, please? I would like some kind of antacid.
I don't think he's hungry either.
No food, please. No food. Also, can we stop yelling? It's very, very loud. Migraine? Do you know
Is
what
there
those
like
are?
a fire hydrant or something solid that I can just like wang into, because I am so mad at Amaging, but I don't want to actually hurt him because I love that he saved Spider, but I hate that he saved me.
Sure, you can punch a tree.
Like I am very conflicted right now because like I wanted Spider saved. I didn't care about myself, but like I'm just gonna like put my fist into a tree.
Okay, put your
and then look back at Amaging. Thank you
bone-laced fist into the trunk of a
for
tree.
saving her. I didn't ask you to save me. Let's go get tacos.
And that's where we'll wrap for the evening.
Hey, thank you very much to everybody who tuned in all the way to the end of the video. We appreciate all of you. You guys watching the entire video does a lot for us in the YouTube algorithm. And all of you guys that have subscribed already to our YouTube channel, we truly, truly appreciate your help. That subscription really does go a long way, and we hit 500 subscribers because of you guys. And that got us to our first tier of monetization, so we might actually be able to start making a couple bucks off of YouTube ad revenue, which would be great. I mean, I know they run ads anyway, and we'd like to be able to get a couple of dollars. We're able to do that now, all because of you. If you folks are out there and listening to the audio version of this and you haven't subscribed to our YouTube, if you could do us a huge favor, just head over to our YouTube channel, give it a click. That subscription goes a long way in helping us to continue to push our content out to other Shadowrun fans that might not know about it. So we're at 500, we're a little bit over 500, and we're looking to hit 1,000. We really, really appreciate it. If you haven't done so already, to just give us that one little click. It doesn't cost you anything, and it does a lot for us in terms of helping us out. Another big thank you to all of our patrons. Crimson Gecko, Bear, The Rogue 404, Drekstorm, Nicholas, Anthony, Tim, John, Tommy, Martin, Michael, Niles, Flatty1 Gaming, Manic, Sander, Winter, Jim, Austin, The Musician, Shadow Dagger, Oliver, Ancient Relic, Rende, What the Dice, Cat Booty, and Techno Druid. You guys dropping us that 5 new yen a month does huge work in helping us keep the lights on and the doors open so we can continue bringing you this content. We appreciate all of you supporting us, and thank you all very much for continuing to support us throughout the couple of years that we've been doing this. We're hoping to keep it going, and we can't do it without you guys, so thank you again so much for your support. If you're interested in our Patreon, you can check it out at patreon.com/critical_hits. There's a bunch of different benefits you can get. It's only 5 new in a month, so if you got a couple of bucks you can throw our way, that'd be awesome. You can join for free too, but the subscribers get a couple of benefits like early access to episodes that are unedited, so you get all of our bloopers and dice rolling and the shenanigans that goes on when we're like kind of cutting stuff out. You know, you get all of those funny little moments and things like that with the pre-release episodes. You also get access to the Patreon-only channel in our Discord, the Crit Pit. So if you're interested in chatting with other patrons, you can do it over there, but that's a Patreon-only thing. If you have signed up and you haven't linked your Discord with your Patreon, make sure you do that. That way you can get your fancy gold name and get into that channel, and also look super cool in our Discord. In addition to that, we also got some digital art over there that's for sale. I'm dropping the price on this cool poster that I'm showing you guys right now. It's kind of like a GTA San Andreas sort of themed thing, but it's for our current season of SINless. So if you're interested in that, you're going to be able to get that for like $10 now. We're dropping that down, and you can go ahead and pick that up. It makes a good desktop background, or you can print it out. I think it's 11.5 by 17 centimeters, so it's like a concert size style poster. And you can check that out over on our Patreon as well. But thank you everybody for tuning in. We appreciate the hell out of y'all. We can't do this without you guys. If there's no viewers and no listeners, then it's just us playing a game around the table. So we're so thankful and grateful and honestly humbled that you folks keep tuning in every week, because you're the reason that we do it. So the fact that you're entertained enough to keep coming back and spend your time with us every week is just, it blows me away. So thank you again, and we'll see you in the next episode. Bye, everybody. The Topps Company Inc. has sole ownership of the names, logo, artwork, marks, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials used in connection with the game Shadowrun. The Topps Company Inc. is granted permission to Critical Hits to use such names, logos, artwork, photographs, sound, audio, video, and or any proprietary materials for promotional and informational purposes on its website, but does not endorse and is not affiliated with Critical Hits in any official capacity whatsoever.